Honda CB250 Nighthawk for sale on eBay. In the paperwork, the bike comes with an HPI check certificate that shows it's all completely clear, no accidents, finance or anything else there in the bike's history to be concerned about. It's got its current V5 registration document showing one former keeper. The last owner never used the bike, by the way, it's only the first owner that ever used it. It has its latest MOT test certificate, which expired in 2002. Some previous MOT test certificates there. It's got its service book with one service stamped in there, stamped in 1995, nothing else stamped since. It's got its owner's manual. It's got like what looks like a reprint here of a genuine Honda manual. It's also got a Haynes manual, which looks pretty worn. The engine in the CB250 Nighthawk is not what you might think. It's an upgraded CM engine and not the CB250 engine, but it is similar in the way that it kind of feels and works. It's got some old service invoices there. The last time anything was done to it was a new battery fitted in June last year, and then the invoices go back quite a long way, back to 2001. There's also a great big pile of other semi-irrelevant paperwork there. So just looking around the bike, a few little things to point out. The rocker box has got a very slight leak on it. It seemed to leak when I first used the bike and then didn't seem to leak anymore, but you might find that you want to take that top off and just see that the rubber seal is seated properly. It could be damaged, I think, but it may not be. You just need to look at that and see what's what with that. The speedo is a second-hand speedo that's been fitted. It isn't quite straight. You can see that the reading is slightly down. The speedo housing that kind of looks pretty similar to the other side, if not the same. But there must be something wrong there with the mounting. So anyway, the other speedo didn't work for some reason, or got broken or something some years ago. Anyway, so there's that. The fuel tank has been repainted. I think it's had a repair at some stage, and the paintwork on the tank is not as shiny as the paintwork on the side panels. The colour match is pretty good. You might find that with some T-cut you could make that shine just as much as the side panels, but you need to try that if you want to do that. The tick over on the bike is not as smooth as it could be. I suspect it's got an air leak from this joint here. I think it's running a little bit lean, and so it doesn't tick over as nicely as you would like. The handlebars may be slightly bent. They're not bad enough to do anything about that. Just when you notice it when you're riding in a straight line, it doesn't look quite level with this one. It may be slightly back a little bit, but you don't need to do anything with that unless you want to. The battery was replaced last year in June. The choke has a tendency to come off after you've turned it on. You might want to do something about that, because it's a bit annoying if you want to pull away and you put your hands back on the handlebars and it comes off again. So you really want to do something with that. And there's two heat shields missing off the exhaust collector box down there. They probably got taken off because they were rattling, I expect. That's what they usually do. The horn was a bit intermittent, I think, when I tried. I can't remember. There's something up with the horn. It may be the horn button itself. I do know the starter button was a bit dry at one point. I squirted WD-40 in it and that freed it off. The grease that they pack around the switches to protect the copper contacts from corroding goes hard in the end, and then when you push the switches in, they don't make contact. So WD-40, you can see I've been spraying some around there. WD-40 dissolves that grease so the switches start working again. And there we go. If you've got any questions, just ask. Good luck with the bidding.